what are the top 5 richest countries in the world? Qatar has consistently come out on top of the list in recent years. For many of us, this question almost automatically brings to mind economic powerhouses such as the United States and China. This may be true if one is to use gross domestic product, GDP, as basis for measuring national wealth. However, size has been found to be of no consequence and national revenue no longer a reliable basis by which to classify whether a country is rich or poor. Experts have found that a far more accurate alternative is to look at each nation's data on GDP per capita based on purchasing power parity. To put it simply, a country's wealth should be measured by the totality of all goods and services, excluding revenue and investments from overseas. So the top 5 richest countries are as follows. 5. Brunei Darussalam. This small Southeast Asian nation is populated by only 400,000 people. But don't let its size fool you. Brunei Darussalam has consistently made it to the top 5 richest countries in the world in recent years. This year, the country holds the number 5 spot with a GDP per capita of $81,612, up 3.1% from 2017. This robust Southeast Asian economy is heavily dependent on its oil and natural gas production, which supports more than half of its GDP. This is further reinforced with income from its investments overseas and local production. Brunei, however, is starting to diversify its economy by investing in other sectors. The strong economy is reflected in the government's subsidy of food and housing and provision of free healthcare to its people. 4. Singapore. This cosmopolitan city-state of 5.612 million people is known as the wealthiest nation in Asia and by far, fourth in the whole world with a GDP per capita of $98,255, a 4.4% increase from 2017. Despite its minuscule size, lack of natural resources and agricultural land, it has managed to amass wealth that other countries only dream of. Today, Singapore's economy continues to grow, driven primarily by foreign investments and trade. The largest economic sectors include banking, shipbuilding, and electronics. Dubbed as the most expensive country in the world, Singapore has been living up to its reputation as its economy expanded by 3.9% during the second quarter of 2018 alone. Much of this has been attributed to the country's liberal economic policy and multicultural economy. Although the financial services sector remains as the backbone of the country's economy, its services and manufacturing industries have consistently contributed to its economic standing. 3. Luxembourg. This small European nation is known for its majestic castles, delectable cuisines, and being the last Grand Duchy in the world. But the country more than makes up for its size with its strong economy. Luxembourg ranks third in our list of the top 5 richest countries in the world. The country has posted a GDP per capita of $109.199, an increase of 3.9% from last year. Its diverse natural resources are seen as the main driver of Luxembourg's economic growth, with the steel, industrial and banking segments as its leading revenue generators. It has also been attracting banks from around the globe owing to its low taxes, proof of which is the fact that the country has over 150 banks. Conservative economic policies have also played a role in the country's economic growth, with an economy known for innovation and negligible inflation rates. 2. Macau. This former Portuguese colony has established itself as the second wealthiest nation in the world, posting a 7.4% increase in its GDP per capita, which has reached $118.099. Its strong economy is driven primarily by tourism and gambling, earning the title largest gambling center in the world. Compared to other gambling economies, Macau has reaped the most benefit from the sector, continuously posting the highest gambling revenue in the world since the year 2006. Visitor arrivals have likewise increased, rising by 8% to 16.81 million during the first 6 months of 2018. Although these income sources have been consistently delivering, moves to develop the administrative and manufacturing sectors are underway. 1. Qatar. Ranking first in our top 5 richest countries in the world list is oil-rich Qatar. Its robust economy, which has been outperforming the rest of the world, is powered by its well-established petroleum sector, which accounts for around 85% of its export and 70% of total national revenue. With a population of only around 2.639 million, Qatar enjoys the economic benefits of a small nation blessed with vast oil reserves. The country, in recent years, has enjoyed surplus revenues from the oil sector. Aside from this, the tourist trade has also been contributing to the national coffers, along with its steel and fertilizer exports. But Qatar's economy is far from perfect, relying on expat labor to keep its economic engine running. The government does not levy any taxes on Qataris, making them enjoy their earnings in full, along with the national health insurance that the government sponsors.